Okay, so picture this. Imagine your browser not just showing you the web, but actually doing things for you on the web. That's what we're diving into today, this totally new kind of browser that's basically your personal AI assistant. And trust me, it's set to completely change how we get stuff done online.
But first, let's be real for a second. Think about how you actually use your browser right now. You know, all those tabs, the endless searching, the constant copy-pasting from one window to another. Does that feel like a tool that's genuinely working for you?
Or does it feel more like you're working for it? Like you're the human glue between websites, manually stitching together information that, let's face it, a smarter tool should be handling on its own. Yeah, sounds a little too familiar, right?
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to explore why your good old browser might be on its last legs. Then we'll meet its replacement, the Agentic browser. We'll check out a few different types, help you figure out which AI companion is right for you, and then we'll take a little peek into the very autonomous future of the web.
You know the feeling. 50 tabs open. You're trying to plan a trip or pull together a research report from like a dozen different places, and you feel more like a human copy-paste machine than anything else. That's because our browsers, well, they were built for a much simpler web, a time for just viewing information, not really doing things with it. That whole model, it's officially broken.
So, if the old way is broken, what's next? Well, say hello to Agentic Browsers. And look, this isn't just another update or some fancy new extension. No, this is a complete reimagination of what a browser can be and, more importantly, what it can do for us.
So what is it really? At its heart, an Agentic AI browser is an intelligent assistant that doesn't just show you web pages, it actually interacts with them. Think about it like this. Instead of you searching for flights, then comparing prices on 10 different sites, then filling out all the forms, your browser does it all for you after just one simple command.
This is the big shift. We're going from a passive tool that just shows you stuff to an active partner that helps you get things done. It's kind of like the difference between someone handing you a map versus having a personal chauffeur who already knows exactly where you want to go. Now, the really cool thing about this new wave of browsers is that they're not a one-size-fits-all deal. Nope, they're being built to solve the very specific headaches of different kinds of people. So let's look at a few examples of who they're for and what they can do.
Let's start with the researcher, or the student, or really anyone who spends their day swimming in a sea of information, trying to connect all these different dots into one clear picture. For them, a browser like Perplexity Comet is an absolute game changer. Its secret weapon is memory and context. It doesn't just answer one-off questions, it remembers the entire conversation, connecting the dots between all your different searches, and putting the information together for you, right on the fly.
I mean, that's it right there. The power of having an AI research partner that's always on. Okay, so what about the creators? You know, the developers, the designers, the content people who are constantly juggling ideas and research and actually making stuff, usually in about a dozen different apps.
For creators, we've got something like OpenAI's ChatGPT Atlas. Just imagine, you're brainstorming a new app idea, you have the browser generate the code for you, and then you immediately run a prototype, all without ever leaving your browser tab. It's this seamless flow from just an idea to something you can actually see and touch.
Seriously, what could you make if your browser wasn't just a tool, but an active collaborator in your work?
And for our last one, let's talk about the Power Automator. This is the person who has to deal with those complex, repetitive tasks on the web, like booking a multi-city trip or pulling sales data from 5 different dashboards every single morning. This is where something like Sigma Browser comes in, and it takes things to a whole other level with what it calls autonomous AI agents. This is where your browser really, truly becomes your personal assistant. It can log into websites for you, fill out those super long forms, and just complete entire tasks on its own. It's like having a team of tireless interns ready to go 24/7.
And that's a really fundamental shift, you know? We're moving beyond just asking our browsers for stuff and into a world where we can just give them a goal, and they'll figure out how to get it done.
So with all these incredible new tools popping up, how in the world do you find the one that's right for you? Well, it's all about finding your perfect AI companion. It's really just a simple 3-step process. First, be honest. Where do you waste the most time in your browser? Is it the research rabbit holes, the repetitive data entry? Second, what's your main thing? Deep research, creative work, or making things happen automatically? And third, just experiment. Dive in, try one out, and see what works for you.
And hey, to give you a little head start, here's a quick cheat sheet. If privacy is your #1 priority, you might want to check out Brave or Sigma. If you're a creative, you might fall in love with the workflow in Arc or Dia. Power users, definitely look at Edge Copilot or GenSpark. And for all you researchers out there, Perplexity Comet is a must-try. But as amazing as all this is, it's really just the beginning. The future of this tech is even more wild. We're moving from simple assistance to, well, true autonomy.
This is where it starts to feel like science fiction. Take OpenAI's Operator. It doesn't need to know a website's code or have some special hook. It literally just looks at the screen just like you would to figure out where to click and what to type. And that means it could work on any website, no matter how old or weird it is. The possibilities there are just endless.
And don't think for a second this is some far-off future. We're talking about the next couple of years. By 2026, big players like Apple, with their rumored Safari Insight, and OpenAI are expected to have their own agentic browsers out there. This revolution isn't coming. It's happening right now.
So all of this leaves us with a really big question, one that's probably going to define the next chapter of the internet. In the future, will we even browse the web anymore? Or will we just tell it what we want and let it browse for us?